Hi everyone, welcome to another literacy lesson. Okay, you know the drill. Make sure you've got your pen, pencil, whatever you use to write with. We're going to start with our vocab blast. I am looking first at the words that we learnt yesterday. So we're going to recap these first. Let's see if you can remember what they are. This first word, I have got a bird and he has rested on this branch. What is that word going to be? It means rested or sat on something, just like this bird has rested on that branch. The bird is perched on the branch. Fantastic. This word means grown or advanced, and you can see that the baby has grown into a small child, into a bigger child, a teenager, and then an adult. What have they done? They have developed. Fantastic. And our last word, this means see briefly or partially, and you can see that she's just peeking out of that little hole. She has glimpsed something. Well done if you remembered that. I'm going to add 2 more new words today. Wow, we've learned some new words every single day today. That's amazing. So, first word, got a picture of a little boy and he is taking a big drink of some milk. This word is gulp. Gulp. You say it? Gulp. Gulp. Fantastic. A gulp is a large, loud swallow. I wonder if you put your hand on your throat and you take a big swallow, can you feel it in your throat? That's called a gulp. What's it called? A gulp. Well done. The next word that we're going to look at is fondly. 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 Fantastic. Now, fondly means with affection, and you can see in the picture that the cat and the dog are fondly hugging each other. They are feeling very affectionate towards each other. They are friends and they are treating each other fondly, so they care about each other, and that's what fondly means. What's that word? Fondly. Fantastic. Can you remember what they both are? A large, loud swallow is also called a gulp. Fantastic. And this is something that you do with affection. We say that we care about someone. We are very fond of them. We look at them fondly. Okay? And we're going to combine yesterday's words and today's words, and we're going to try to find out which one matches with which picture. Are we ready? Let's go. So the first one is a bird sat on a branch. He is doing what? Is he gulp? Is he glimpsed? Is he perched? Is he developed? Is he fondly? Which one makes sense? Fantastic. He is perched. Well done if you got that right. Our next one, we've got this lady looking through a small space. What has she done? Has she gulped? Has she glimpsed? Has she developed? Has she fondly? Fantastic. She has glimpsed. She's glimpsed something. Next word, we've got the baby who grows up to be a man. What has he done? Has he gulped, developed, or fondly? What's he done? Fabulous. He has developed. We've got our new pictures now. So we've got this one of the cat and the dog, and they are cuddled up together, very gulp or very fondly. Fantastic, they're cuddled up very fondly, which means our last one, the boy drinking the milk, is gulp. He's taken a big gulp of that milk. Well done if you got all of those right. We are now going to read to the end of our book. So I wonder if you can remember what has happened in our story so far. Tell somebody near you what has happened so far. So in our story, we've met the tadpole and the caterpillar, and they were in love. And the tadpole promised the caterpillar that he would never change. But as we know, tadpoles do change. They grow arms and they grow legs until eventually they become a frog. But the caterpillar was not very happy. She was very grumpy. So she decided that she was going to go to sleep. But when she woke up, she had transformed into a butterfly. So she decided that she was going to forgive the tadpole, and she went to look for him. She fluttered down to look for him. Where the willow meets the water, a frog was sitting on a lily pad. I wonder if you can remember who the frog is. Well done, it's the tadpole grown up. Excuse me, she said. Have you seen my shiny black? But faster than she could say pearl, the frog leapt up and swallowed her in one great gulp. Oh my goodness. Poor butterfly. And there he waits, thinking fondly of his beautiful rainbow. Wondering where she went. Oh, if only the frog had waited to hear what the butterfly had to say, and then he would have realised that the butterfly was his beautiful rainbow. Oh my goodness. I wonder if you enjoyed that story. I think it was very sad at the end. If only Tadpole had been able to keep his promise and never change. Maybe it's not fair to ask somebody to never change, because it's really hard sometimes to not change. It wasn't Tadpole's fault that he changed. But in the end, he was a frog and he ate his beautiful butterfly all up. Goodness me. So that was the end of our story. But we're still going to be looking back at it, and we might read bits of it again over the next few weeks whilst we're doing some learning about that story. Today, we are going to be looking at something new, but we're going to look at contractions first. Can you remember what a contraction is? What's a contraction? If you think you know, tell somebody in the room what you think a contraction is. Fantastic. So a contraction is when we make two words and we put them together and the words become a short word instead with an apostrophe in the middle. Well done if you remembered that. So I've got some words here that we are going to turn into a contraction. So our apostrophe comes along and he chomps up some of the words. Do not becomes don't. Mr. Apostrophe comes along and he gets rid of the O in not and he puts himself there instead. Don't. Don't. Would not. What does would not turn into if the apostrophe came along and ate some of those letters? Would not. Would not. It becomes wouldn't. Well done if you got that right. Pause the video and have a go at writing the word wouldn't. See if you can get the apostrophe to eat the correct letter. Well done. Wouldn't. It eats the O just like it did in do not. It eats the O and he sits there instead. That is becomes what? That is. Fantastic. That is becomes that. So we get rid of the I and we put an apostrophe instead. You will becomes you'll. You will go to the shop. You'll go to the shop. So this time the greedy apostrophe has eaten two letters. Oh my goodness. You'll. Well done if you spotted those. always think it's easier to turn contractions back into words, so I'm going to let you have a go at this on your own. Couldn't. If that apostrophe wasn't there, what two words would we have? Couldn't becomes what? Write it on your piece of paper. Couldn't. What does that turn into? Fantastic. It's could not. Well done. Heed. Heed. What does heed turn into? Oh, I've got heed twice. I apologise. We're just going to do it once. Heed. What does heed turn into? This is a tricky one. Heed. Heed. He'd have cereal for breakfast. What would that turn into? He would have cereal for breakfast. Well done if you got that, because that was a really tricky one. And the last one is you've. You've got a big spot on the end of your nose. You've. What does that turn into? You have got a big spot on the end of your nose. Goodness me. Well done if you got all of those right. They're a little bit tricky, but we have done them before. But we don't just use apostrophes to do contractions. We also use them to show the possessive. We use them to show possession, the possessive. What does possessive mean? I'll give you a clue. I've got lots of nice possessions. For example, this pencil case is one of my possessions. What do you think possessive might mean? Tell somebody in the room. Fantastic. So possession means that something belongs to someone or something. It is yours. It is your possession. It is their possession. It belongs to them. And I'm going to show you how that looks. Polly's hair looks nice today. The person is Polly. And we're talking about her hair. So we say Polly's hair. It doesn't matter what bit comes afterwards. Polly's hair. The hair belongs to Polly. Oops. The hair belongs to Polly. So Polly's hair. We put an apostrophe and an S. Polly's hair. What about Ben's coat? Ben's coat. Who is the person? Ben. Fantastic. What does he own? Ben's coat is green. What's the thing that he owns? Fantastic. His coat. We don't need to look at is green. It gives us extra information, but it doesn't help us find the possessive. So Ben's coat is green. The coat belongs to Ben, so we say Ben's coat. What have we put after Ben? What have we got here? What's this? We've got an apostrophe. Well done if you spotted the apostrophe. And we've got the letter S. Ben's coat. Apostrophe S. That shows that the coat belongs to Ben. So we've got a few more here where we've got that apostrophe S that shows belonging to. It shows possession. Bethany's bag is over there. Mrs. Wood's office is tidy. Lucy's coat is on her peg. The car's wheels are broken. It's showing possession. So what I would like you to do is we're going to talk about how we know that each of these sentences shows possession and why we are using it. So I'm going to talk about the first one to help you, and you're going to use this sentence frame to help you as well. So Bethany's bag is over there. I know that I've got my person who is Bethany, and the thing that belongs to her is the bag. Bethany's bag. We don't even need to worry about this bit. We don't need to worry about where her bag is, what colour it is, whatever it's doing. We're not bothered about that. All we need to know is who the bag belongs to. So the bag belongs to Bethany. Well done. So we put an apostrophe and the letter S after their name. Can you see? Bethany's bag is over there. The bag belongs to Bethany. You're going to do the same thing that I've just done with the next sentence. I'll read it to you, and then I want you to tell me what belongs to who. Mrs. Wood's office is tidy. Mrs. Wood's office is tidy. The belongs to What do you think? Tell somebody near you. The belongs to Mrs. Wood's office is tidy. The office belongs to Mrs. Wood. So we put the apostrophe S after her name. Well done. Let's have a look at the next one. If you're feeling really confident in this, you can write the sentence about each of these sentences. The belongs to so you put a and the letter after their name. You can write that about each of these sentences if you're feeling confident, or you can keep listening to me and we're going to talk about them. Lucy's coat is on her peg. The belongs to Fantastic. The coat belongs to Lucy. So we put the apostrophe S after the name Lucy. The car's wheels are broken. The belongs to Doesn't matter that this isn't about a person because the wheels belong to the car. The car's wheels are broken, and we've got an apostrophe S after cars. Well done if you noticed all of those. This time we're going to check to see if they're correct. So I'm going to read a sentence and I want you to tell me if it's correct. Have I talked about what belongs to the person? Have I used my apostrophe and my letter S correctly? I hope you can help me. Sally's bag is on the floor. What is the object that belongs to the person? Fantastic, it's the bag. And who is the person? Sally, well done. Sally's bag is on the floor. Well, I think that's right. It sounds right. Sally's bag is on the floor. Do you think it's right, or am I missing something? The bag belongs to Sally, so you put an and the letter S after their name. Oh, I know what I've forgotten. What have I forgotten? My apostrophe. Sally's bag is on the floor. Well done if you spotted that straight away. If you're feeling really confident with this, you can read the rest of the sentences and decide whether they are correct or incorrect. If they are incorrect, can you write the sentence correctly? Let's read the next one. The paper clips are on Miss Whitehouse's desk. The paper clips are on Miss Whitehouse's desk. The object is the desk. The person it belongs to is Miss Whitehouse. Have I remembered my apostrophe S this time? Yes, I have. So that sentence is correct. The boy's ball is lost. The ball belongs to the boy. What have I forgotten? I've done it again. Silly Miss Mannion. I've forgotten my apostrophe. Well done. And the last one. The dog's bone is over there. The bone belongs to the dog, and I have remembered my apostrophe S. What can you spot in the title of our book now? Tadpole's Promise. What have I got here? Fantastic, I've got an apostrophe. Is it an apostrophe for possession, or is it an apostrophe to show a contraction? Tadpole's Promise. It's possession because The promise belongs to the tadpole. It was the promise that he made. Well done. Are these sentences showing an apostrophe for possession or contraction? Remember, possessive apostrophes always have an apostrophe S, and they show that something belongs to something else. Contractions combine two words, and the apostrophe eats up some of the letters when it combines those words together. I want you to shout out whether or not you think this is a possessive apostrophe or a contraction. So you can shout possessive or contraction, and I'm going to read the sentences. The dog's ball is orange and blue. Is it possessive or a contraction? Think about it. Has it got an apostrophe S? Does it show that the ball belongs to the dog? Fantastic. It does show that the ball belongs to the dog. So that is possessive. Well done if you got that right. You'll be hungry if you do not eat your dinner. You'll be hungry if you do not eat your dinner. What is that? Is that possessive or a contraction? It's a contraction. You'll be hungry. You will be hungry if you do not eat your dinner. You and will have been squashed together to make the contraction you'll. Well done if you got that one right. Polly's hair is golden. Polly's hair is golden. Is that a possessive apostrophe or a contraction? It's a possessive apostrophe. The hair belongs to Polly. The caterpillar's eyes were filled with tears because she was heartbroken. Is that a possessive apostrophe or a contraction? The caterpillar's eyes. Fantastic. It's another possessive apostrophe because the eyes belong to the caterpillar. He'll be tired if he doesn't go to bed soon. Oh, we've got two here. He'll be tired if he doesn't go to bed soon. Are they possessive or contractions? They are both contractions. Well done. He will be tired if he does not go to bed soon. Tom's car broke down, but he didn't know what to do. I'm going to split this into the two chunks of the sentence and we're going to decide. Tom's car broke down. Is that possessive or a contraction? Tom's car. Fantastic. It's possessive because the car belongs to Tom. Let's look at the other contraction in the sentence. Tom's car broke down, but he didn't know what to do. Didn't. Is that a possessive or a contraction? It's a contraction. Well done. Didn't becomes did not. Tom's car broke down, but he did not know what to do. Well done if you got all of those right. So today's activities are going to be exploring possessive apostrophes. This is the 1-star challenge. If you've got the 1-star challenge, you are going to make a sentence. The first thing that you need to put is an animal, a creature. I'm going to choose butterfly. The butterfly, I can't forget my possessive apostrophe. The butterflies, what belongs to the butterfly? The butterfly's pond, the butterfly's body, the butterfly's head, the butterfly's wings, or the butterfly's legs? What do you think? Fantastic. We could have the butterfly's wings. There are others that would make sense. It's not just this. So when you're using this sheet, you're going to build your sentence and then you're going to write it down. The butterfly's wings. And I've remembered my possessive apostrophe and the letter S to show that the wings belong to the butterfly. Now that I've written that sentence, I'm going to take these off my word mat and I'm going to make another sentence. This time I might make one about the tadpole, and then I would write my sentence about the tadpole. So think about what belongs to the tadpole. The tadpole's pond, the tadpole's body, the tadpole's head, the tadpole's wings, the tadpole's legs. What makes sense? Well, a tadpole doesn't have wings, so we wouldn't use that one, but we could use pond. The tadpole's pond. And then I'm going to write that sentence down on my piece of paper. That's what you're doing if you're doing the 1-star challenge. The 2-star challenge is quite similar. We've got pictures to help us figure out what the sentence is going to be. So the first picture I've got is of a tadpole. So I know that this sentence is going to be about a tadpole. So I'm going to write the tadpole. Now I also know that this sentence has to include a possessive. It has to have the possessive apostrophe and the letter S. My first sentence is about a tadpole, and it's something that belongs to the tadpole. So I'm going to write the tadpole's heart sad. Heart sad. The tadpole's heart was sad. And that is my sentence that I'm going to write down. I've used the pictures to help me build the sentence. The tadpole's legs grew, and I'm using the word mat to help me figure out what the words mean. Don't forget to have your apostrophe S using your possessive apostrophes. And then the final challenge is the 3-star challenge. You are getting to write your own sentences all together. You do not have any prompts to help you except for your word map. So when you're writing your sentence, you might want to think about what the animal it is first. So I'm going to choose an animal first, and this is going to help you. The grew, the were, the was. So the caterpillars. What belonged to the caterpillar? The caterpillar's home, the caterpillar's branch, the caterpillar's body, the caterpillar's face. I'm going to say the caterpillar's home. The caterpillar's home. Well, I'm not going to say the caterpillar's home grew because homes don't grow. So the caterpillar's home was. What was it like? The caterpillar's home was colourful, beautiful, shiny, long, huge. I'm going to say the caterpillar's home was huge. And that is my sentence. And you are writing sentences about each animal. Okay, I expect everybody to be able to write, I think 5 sentences. So there are 3 different animals you could choose from, the caterpillar, the tadpole, or the butterfly, but I want you to write 5 sentences. So you might write 2 things about the caterpillar if you want to, or 2 things about the tadpole, or you might want to write 5 things about the butterfly. You are writing 5 sentences. Thank you so much for listening to today's literacy lesson, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye!